Mary.
You are to be the mother to a savior and king.
This is the story that turned BC to AD. Everything changed with the birth of Jesus.
It's a story that's been important for thousands of years. It needs to be told and retold.
Jesus is still alive, and this is where it all began.
What an amazing opportunity to be the first musical offering of a story this significant.
The nativity story is sort of a musical at the heart of it. These angels show up, and they're singing, the shepherds.
How hasn't this been done before?
It's gone through iterations, it's been through close calls, it's been through, oh, this is not gonna happen, oh, it is gonna happen. And finally, here we are in 2023, making it happen.
The music is incredible. Like, that was the first thing that made me be like, oh, I need to be a part of this. When I heard it for the first time, I felt like a little kid.
Yeah, it's a beautiful balance between real human problems and just
performance and
exactly, and theater and color
surprise and just everything.
It's perfect.
It's yeah, you just pinch yourself, walk around. It's a dream come true. This whole thing.
The character that I play is fun, scary, and it's cruel, and it's tough. A king doesn't need to be loved, only obeyed and feared.
What he portrayed and what he embodied when he was playing Herod is exactly what was in my head. He embraced the movie, the story, the way we're telling it.
He's a man that in a way can smell the change in the air. Something's going to happen that is going to affect the world in which he thinks everybody should live. Something is happening, somebody is coming that is going to change that.
They shall call him Emmanuel, God with us.
I personally hope that people can take away the joy of the story.
The joy and the hope that is revealed to Mary and ultimately to the world.
From the very beginning, Adam wanted to tell a story about the fact that God has bigger plans for us than even we have for ourselves. I hope that at the end of the fun and the music, that they are reminded of that truth.
We're so used to this story being told in a very simple way, but when you really think about the cultural context of the time, it just makes no sense that God would enter the world through a newborn baby, let alone have that baby be born in a barn.
Looking down upon this brand new life, I see Emmanuel, our Savior and King.
It's now time for the close-up.
I think we all remember when we were little going to the movies and just being like so in it, you know, and so drawn to something that feels much bigger than life.
People will experience the journey of Mary, this young girl who has the weight of the world on her shoulders. Just a unique vantage point and perspective that really does stay faithful to God's story, but at the same time adds so much color.
It's a musical, we're having fun. People didn't break into song and dance back in 0 BC, but we're going to.
Fortunately, we have some comedic relief.
We're telling an important story with eternal value, but we're having a lot of fun doing it with this music and dance that I think kind of pierces through defenses in hearing the story and opens hearts and minds up to hear it fully.
It's going to surprise people. People is going to laugh. He's going to have a great time. He's going to get emotional. You got a range.
You know, we have the Mary and Joseph storyline. We have the Magi storyline, the King Herod and Antipater storyline.
It's funny. It has heart.
It's just breathing. It's moving. It's absolutely everything.
I've argued that Antipater would have been the first convert, the first believer in Jesus, because we've sort of woven him into the nativity scene. Antipater was, I believe, the eldest son of Herod the Great, and it's the power as a son of a king, seeing this moment that changed everything.
When I was a boy, you were like a god I worshipped, Father.
This is a story for those who profess a level of faith And I'm one of those people, and I sing for them, but I think this is a human story. I think this is a mankind story. Every tribe, every nation throughout human history, the one thing they had was rhythm and melody.
I have been a big fan of Joel and For King and Country for a long time. First concert I brought my kids to was For King and Country. So it was really cool to be able to work with Joel, and he does a song called In My Blood. We needed someone that really had some amazing vocal chops to pull that one off.
I am stuck with this darkness that runs through my veins.
Joel shows up, and I think at a time I really needed somebody, a guy I could talk to and I could pray with and lean on, and he just came in, did such an amazing job. He was really a revelation.
I've come to set every day that he's worked, and watching him, it's been emotional at times because I am in like absolute admiration of his skill, his ability, his heart, his work ethic. All of those in sync choreography moments of his childhood have really paid off. The man has never danced with a spear in a hotel room more.
It's tragic and it's exciting, and the music hits multiple tones as well. You know, when I do In My Blood in this room, it's a very emotional scene. But then when Antonio and I did Good to Be King, I was crying, I was laughing so hard because it's such a funny moment. I love that not only is there music that's a central theme in this, but that the music has range, you know. That's important.
What's up? This is Fiona Palomo. She plays Mary.
And this is Milo Manheim, who plays Joseph.
Yes, and
we're
in Journey to Bethlehem.
In the casting process, finding the right Mary and Joseph, of course, is key. I had already been kind of teed up by Adam and the producer saying that they really liked these two actors. And when I finished watching all the tapes, I came back to them and I just said, you guys are spot on. It is Fiona and it's Milo, and they are our Mary and Joseph.
The weight of that is pretty insane. I feel like for Mary, it's probably a much deeper weight because Joseph's just a guy. But, you know, Mary is obviously carrying the child of God.
It's a huge responsibility. Well, we will see through the movie that she couldn't have done it without Joseph, so.
What can I say? The thing that I love about this so much is that it's such a ancient story, but all the music is so modern, and it feels like two things that wouldn't really go together, but we're creating a movie that I absolutely would watch, and I know that I would love. And the music is incredible.
Too many questions, too little time, too much to ask for the rest of my life. It's a mountain too high to climb, too many voices filling me with doubt. Can you hear them now?
When I heard it for the first time, I felt like a little kid.
I think also music is, I think it's like the universal language. It's a beautiful balance between just very grounded, real human problems and purposes and barriers and everything, and just
performance and
exactly,
like,
and theater and color
surprise and just everything.
It's perfect.
Can we make this work?
Hope you enjoyed your behind the scenes look. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you here next time. Later.